Welcome back to the finale of What If Ahsoka Had a Fair Trial. Thank you to all of you who watched either of the first two parts of this video. To recap what happened in those episodes in the event you haven't seen them, Anakin had managed to stop his Padawan leaving the Order, but the capture of Barriss did not sit well with the two Jedi. Discovering that she was now under the influence of Dooku, they tried to seize Admiral Trench, but due to the intervention of Darth Sidious, Ahsoka has now been captured by Barriss and Dooku. The Sith apprentice turned from the sight of the retreating Republic ships and applauded the efforts of his new apprentice in capturing Padawan Tano and retrieving Admiral Trench. As his master had done with him, Dooku ordered Barriss Offee to complete her transformation to the dark side and kill Ahsoka. Bowing to her new master, Ahsoka looked shocked that Barriss was about to attack her, and quickly backing away, she bumped into the intimidating frame of a super battle droid. As it buzzed into life, she saw her lightsabers on Barriss's belt and summoned them into her hands. Deflecting the shots of the droids, Ahsoka was forced to duel with her former friend, pleading with her to stop her path down the dark side. Barriss coldly ignored Ahsoka and used her new dark side powers to try and defeat the Jedi Knight. But before Ahsoka could fall from her fatigue, the lift doors above their level opened, and Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi led Anakin Skywalker and a large legion of clones into the ship. This had not been a part of Dooku's plan, and knowing that his master would destroy him for his betrayal, he ignited his lightsaber and dueled Obi-Wan. Anakin quickly rushed to the aid of his master, then took over, leaving Obi-Wan to help Ahsoka defeat Barriss. Leaving her with the clone troopers, the three Jedi managed to eventually disarm Dooku, as his old age betrayed his powers, and the Jedi demanded him to tell them who the real Sith was. The Count told them that everything they needed to defeat them was in front of their noses, and knowing that they would get nothing more out of him, they placed him in the vacant force cage to rot. As the trio walked back to their ship, Obi-Wan stroked his beard, and turning to Anakin, he revealed his suspicions about Palpatine's request to see Anakin as soon as Trench had been captured. Even Anakin could not deny the suspicions of his master, and along with the events that had transpired on Ringo Vinda, he was beginning to move apart from the Chancellor. Having been secretly instructed by Mace Windu to move Anakin away from Palpatine, Obi-Wan decided that he would further the doubts of his old Padawan by heading to Kamino, where Tup was being examined. With the Separatists still reeling from the rescue of Ahsoka, the investigation of Fives into the tumour of his friend had largely gone unnoticed, and after being relieved to see the Jedi, he revealed what he had learned. The Jedi are shocked to hear about the implementation of control chips, and are scared that Palpatine's influence could be far greater than that of a regular Chancellor, so decided to ask the Kaminoans, whom the Jedi believed to be mere scientists. Nala Se and Lama Su guided the Jedi through to the clone embryo room, trying to prove that the chips were to control aggression, but the Jedi failed to believe them, and they moved for an arrest, when several lightsabers pierced through the heads of the Kaminoans. General Grievous had arrived in time to stop the secret of the clones from being spilled to the Jedi, and embracing his new role as the head of the Separatist Alliance, he relished the thought of adding new lightsabers to his collection. The Jedi had other ideas, and Obi-Wan asked Anakin and Ahsoka to return to Coruscant and await further instructions. The Jedi Knights now discovered that their home planet was the subject of a Separatist attack, and they now knew that Palpatine was behind it all. Arriving at the Jedi Temple, the Jedi Knights rushed to inform the Council that the Chancellor needed to be arrested as soon as possible, and they all enter Palpatine's office. Turning to face the Jedi in his seat, he disdainfully applauded the Jedi for their efforts, but now he would show that the Sith was superior. The Jedi took a slight step back as he stood up, and blasting a force-lightning attack out of his hand, those at the front of the group flew back towards the office entrance. Hiding behind one of the walls had been Anakin, and having just received confirmation that Obi-Wan had toppled Grievous, he saw that Palpatine had accidentally tipped the ornate statues from their positions, revealing a well-crafted lightsaber hilt. Placing this on his belt, he charged the Sith Lord, absorbing his lightning attack, until Palpatine summoned his spare lightsaber from the sleeve of his robes, and severed Anakin's non-robotic arm. But this victory for the Sith would be his final one, as the sheer number of Jedi Council members overwhelmed him, and with Order 66 being deactivated on Kamino, Yoda eliminated the creator of all of their recent suffering. The battle had finally ended on Coruscant, and on Kamino, Obi-Wan left the corpse of Grievous behind and headed to Mandalore, to complete what he could not previously, helping Bo-Katan to retake our planet and capture Maul. Those who had been conspiring to corrupt the Republic by supporting Palpatine were placed on trial for their crimes, and the Jedi had finally restored their position as the Peacekeepers of the Galaxy. That is it for What If Ahsoka had a fair trial. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.